All right, Wednesday show. Even I'm surprised. Let's fucking do it.
Listen up, mother brothers, I'm about to spit about the world's greatest show. Yeah, this is it. Better prepare your anus, it's gon' get insane. This dude's out of his mind, Dusty Smith's his name. When Chud Watch drops, it's time to begin to talk about chuds and make fun of them. Then trash world, oh lord, the world's on fire. Beyond parody shit, it's getting so tired. Religious bullshit, you know it make you feel like dying. Cause they're touching more children than an OBGYN. From zeros to heroes just for one day. It's the world's greatest show and it's coming your way. It's time for the Dusty Show. Yeehaw! It's time for the Dusty Show. We all have fun and we never grow old. It's time for the Dusty Show. It's time for the Dusty Show. Get up! It's time for the Dusty Show. We all have fun and we never grow old. It's time for the Dusty Show.
Yeehaw! What the fuck is up, everybody? Welcome to the humanity's finest one-man show. It's the Dusty Show, and I lied. I told you guys I wasn't going to do a Wednesday show, but I did, apparently. Here I am, and here's what happened. So, been playing New World Aeternum. So, New World is an MMORPG. Came out a couple years ago. I literally got 2,000 hours into this game. I've never played any game more than New World. Fucking love this game. They had problems. I got kind of bored. The player base fell off because they didn't make enough changes quick enough, so I quit playing it for like a year and a half. It's made by Amazon. They got a really good team. So then they decided to re-release it on both consoles and the PC. They added a bunch of new fucking content, mounts and everything, and they re-released it. I was like, hell yeah, I'm going to play this shit. I'm going to get back into New Worlds. After my show Monday. Came out Tuesday, actually. Just came out yesterday. So played the fucking shit out of it. Show you guys. Boom, there it is. New World Aeternum. Played it all day yesterday. Played it a little bit today to about noon. Dudes, I'm already level 40. They only got 65 levels. I'm tearing through the content, but it's even when you get like 65, you want to get that high, but because then you got to like build up all your armor and shit and your weapons, so then you can do PvP, because I love killing motherfuckers. I mostly just get killed. It's mostly the youngins killing me, but it's fine. It's fine. I'm fodder for you youngins. It's just the way it is. The young lions kill the old lions. I'm okay with it, but it's fun as fuck. And so I was like, I'm going to play this all motherfucking day on Wednesday. Got me some beers. I'm going to drink me some fucking beers and play it all goddamn day. But then all these badass clips started getting released. First, Donald Trump had a 39-minute, what I can only call a weird swaying music sesh with a captured audience. We're going to cover that shit. All kinds of the clips. I said, motherfucker, I ain't going to be able to play this game. I got to do a show. I can't not cover this stuff. If I wait till Friday, it'll be old. It'll be fucking rotten. And then I'll have to do like a 6-hour goddamn show. Got to fucking do it, Dusty. So I can play New World tomorrow. I got to go out of town again. I got to drive for the 6 hours to fucking Mars. So I can't play tomorrow. So fuck my life. Fuck adulting. God damn it. Got to do my job. Whatever. Whatever fucking universe. And hey, if you appreciate it, maybe super chat me. It's the lifeblood of the show. I answer all the questions of the super chat. There's a button over here behind me. Boom, there it is by your chat. See that? Yeehaw! Click that button and then donate money for the awesome Wednesday show that's coming your way. And God damn it, there is no business for Wednesday to have this good of a show, but it do. So fuck yeah! Let's rock, folks. Go ahead and kick it off. Start some Chud Watch. Hell yeah. Chud Watch. Woo! Yeah, I am. And then what do we do then? We go. Woo! Fuck yeah, folks! And starting out with zombies, Trump zombies. Always gotta start some Trump zombies. As usual, they want brains because they don't fucking have any. These very intelligent people think Trump is the closest thing on earth to God. Sure, why not?
Trump is the closest thing to God.
He's not.
Trump is the closest thing to God, really?
Absolutely. He's what's going to fix this nation. This nation's corrupt. We're all split.
He's literally the one that split us.
America used to be all together.
Right, and then Trump came along and he split us right down the goddamn middle. Remember it happened when Trump, remember we're all together right before Trump came in, and then Trump came in and we all split? You ever think about why that happened? It was fucking Trump.
Yeah.
Now we're all split up.
Yeah.
Why?
Because of Trump.
We need to come back together.
Okay.
The only person who's going to mold us is
Kamala
God
Harris.
first and then Trump.
Nope.
God, then Trump.
There's your problem.
God, then Trump, absolutely. But if God's not there, Trump's not going to come out. I'll say that. Kamala comes out, Satan's out, and you better be scared.
So you believe that Trump is picked by God?
I believe so. I believe that Trump is blessed by God. I believe that
really
Trump
high.
has come from blessed parents. His parents worked for what they
They were
had.
literally slumlords that refused to rent to black folks, so they look like mutants.
His parents made him,
Right.
molded him to become the person that he is.
But so Trump is selling Bibles for $60.
Okay.
Is that he's profiting off of selling Bibles? Is that
Don't
is
give a
that a
shit.
godly thing to do?
Is it a godly thing for the Democrats to be okay with killing their babies?
Change the subject.
Is that okay?
Dodge.
They
You just
push that.
you
Hold on,
answered
hold
my
on.
question with
Yeah.
another question.
Okay.
Just answer this question. Is it a godly thing to do for Trump to be?
Absolutely. Absolutely. It's a business. He's a businessman. That's what this country needs. What do we need?
And if the business is selling
That's what
the
this
Bible,
is.
that's okay?
That's perfectly fine. What are churches doing? When you go to church, don't they ask you for $1?
Yeah.
Don't they ask you to do this and that? Churches are
do.
businesses.
Yeah.
This whole country's a business.
I mean, it's not. It's a country. It's not a fucking business. But churches are. You're right about that. But you don't care. You should care, but you don't. You're not smart to care. You are stupid. And speaking of stupid, there's a whole gaggle of idiots.
He's not going to get angry. He's got too much to fix.
Yeah, Trump never gets angry. If there's one thing I know about Trump, it's how cool-headed he is. He never takes offense or is thin-skinned at all.
He's not a vengeful person.
Definitely not a
think about
vengeful
Jesus
person.
Christ.
He literally, he's gone out and said, I will be your retribution. Continuously talks about jailing all his opponents, getting revenge on everybody, but definitely not vengeful.
You think about Jesus Christ himself.
Uh-huh.
Everybody went against him because he was preaching love and doing what was right for the people. And Trump's doing what's right for this nation. And because he's doing that, everybody is against him.
Just like Jesus, Trump. There's one thing about Trump is how Jesus-like he is. You know, Jesus said, be a billionaire, have lots of money, continuously brag on yourself, suck your own dick, be a bully, thin-skinned, mean-spirited. Remember all that? Remember Jesus saying all that? Yeah, me fucking neither. God damn it, America. And folks, it's so weird. It's so weird. He's using wood stain on his face or something. You'll never be a real boy. What is happening? Really? Come on, America. Like, I don't even know anymore, y'all. I'm starting to feel like I'm crazy, to be honest with you. I don't even get none of this, y'all. I'm out of the fucking loop. I get the memo that we was going to crazy town. Anyway, hey, all gamers out there. I know no Republicans are watching me, but I wish. But anyway, I hope a lot of the young men on the internet who follow Trump and are chuds see this video. Here he is talking about banning video games.
We must stop the glorification of violence in our society.
You continuously glorify violence, but continue, please.
This includes the gruesome and grisly video games that are now commonplace.
How about you saying that the police need one really bad day, one violent day that would stop crime? That seems like that's glorifying violence to me, dude.
It is too easy today for troubled youth
To get guns? To get guns? Please say guns.
surround themselves with a culture that celebrates violence.
With
We
guns?
must stop or substantially
Guns?
reduce this, and it has to begin immediately.
Okay, not guns, not guns. Video games, not guns. It's the video games that are a problem, y'all. Not the AR-15s that any crazy 16-year-old get their hands on. And then, I don't understand all these conservatives continuously telling me that Trump is some kind of alpha male. This is what masculinity is all about. Look what a pussy this guy is. And also, see if you can spot the slightly hidden racism.
And I played football too. I didn't particularly like it.
I'm sure.
position were you?
No, I didn't like it. I played tight end.
Can't even remember. You would remember immediately. I played tackle the one day I played.
Yeah. Can block.
And I
can
didn't
catch
like,
the whole
you know,
thing.
and
You
get-
had some hands?
We got Delaney Walker
I
behind.
could catch the ball good, but I didn't particularly like having some guy that was lifting weights all day long and came from a bad neighborhood.
Yeah.
And he sees me, and they were tackling hard.
Yeah, I'm reading that as black. I'm reading that as black. Came from a back neighborhood. All those blacks. lifting weights and coming from the bad neighborhoods. They tackle so hard, and I'm just a small bee. I don't like to be here. Yeah, that's what he said. See how he looks down upon everybody? Comes from bad neighborhoods. He had to add that because I come from an ivory tower. I'm too good to be hit. He's a fucking pussy. This guy is, goddamn it, just the weakest ass little bitch I've ever fucking seen. Quit gaslighting me and telling me he's some kind of masculinity. It just don't make any fucking sense. And then he did a town hall on Fox News in front of a bunch of women's. And it was all just word salad ridiculousness. Here's how he's going to bring down inflation, y'all.
We're going to get the prices down. We can't just leave them up there because it's going to take too long for people to catch up.
Okay, so you want deflation then, because that's what you're talking about. You've repeatedly said deflation is bad. There's no way you're going to do deflation. So you can only reduce the rate of inflation, but continue to lie, please.
That's why I did the social
we have to like reset.
No,
I don't know how you reset to prices that are
You can get the prices down.
You don't.
So let me ask you,
by the way, energy brings everything down.
How does
it doesn't. I mean, it can, but it won't unless you put price controls on things, because these gritty companies are just going to charge out the ass as long as they know that people can pay it.
Trickle down. Does it work that the energy is also cheaper for the companies, and so that the distribution? How does the pricing actually happen? Because the interest rates have come down and inflation rate has come down. But it's like we are going uphill constantly with these prices.
But interest hasn't come down very much, and you can't get the money. Look, it really happens if you make donuts. You have the stoves, you have the dish. Everything is evolved around energy.
Hey, folks, when you have the donuts, you have the stoves, and then energy. Even though America has pumped more gas under Joe Biden than we ever have in the history of this country, it doesn't matter, folks. He's just going to fucking say anything. And then here he is again, folks, saying he's going to make the police immune to prosecution. This seems like a hellish nightmare, doesn't it?
We'll see. And we're going to have law and order. We're going to we have to reinvigorate our police. We have great police. They're not allowed to do their job.
They are.
If they do their job with gusto, which is what we want, we want them to be fair.
No, we don't want them to violate people's rights and use police brutality. They can do anything they want to except for, police brutality.
And the sad thing is you'll always have a bad apple. And,
that's what we're talking about. The bad apples, they get charged with crimes and sued and put in jail, right?
Hundreds and hundreds of arrests. One bad arrest, and it's on the front page of every newspaper. And these people are incredible. They want to do their job, just like the Border Patrol. They want to do their job. We're going to let them do their job, and I'm going to give them immunity. We're going to protect them because they do things, and they end up getting sued. They lose their family. They lose their house. They lose their pension. They lose everything.
Oh, my God. So, one bad apple. We're going to get that bad apple immunity. Everybody gets immunity. They can just abuse you with impunity, with their immunity. Super cool, America. Let's please put this in office. Stat. Can't happen quick enough if you ask me. And then, remember he was saying, oh, my God, 60 Minutes. They edited Kamala Harris's footage. That's illegal. It's campaign interference. They should lose their license. They should be taken off the air. Well, you're going to laugh. It turns out that Fox secretly packed Trump's town hall with cultists, and they edited out all the footage of them sucking his dick continuously, which made it too obvious that they stacked the whole deck in his favor. Well, yeah, Trump. Is this campaign interference? Is it election interference? Are you going to pull Fox News? You're not. You're a lying dipshit who's not consistent in any way whatsoever. King of hypocrisy. That's true. And then he did a disastrous interview with Bloomberg News. Just rambling goddamn nonsense. And the Bloomberg guy was slightly more willing to push back on him. Anyway, here he is bragging about how he rambles. He's come up with a new, excuse for why he rambles incoherently so much. It's called the weave, y'all. And to us, it seems like word salad nonsense, the dementia-addled brain of a man who suffered his whole life with syphilis or something. But no, super genius, the weave.
You move too quick now. You got to be able to finish a thought because it's very important.
You think?
This is big stuff we're talking about. You can't go that quickly.
You've gone from the dollar to
So let me just tell you. So I said, no, I'm just...
You've gone from the donut to macro.
Telling you basic, it's called the weave. It's all these different things happening. So let me just say. So I said to Mnuchin...
It's a fucking joke. Literally, the audience laughing at this fucking joke with wood stain on his goddamn face. Just what the fuck? And then they asked him a simple question. Hey, should Google get broken up? Now, Trump takes questions. I'll give it to him. He takes questions. He just never literally answers any question. Here's a typical classic Trump where he just ignores the question and starts ranting about something that has nothing to do with what he's asked.
Should Google be broken up?
I just haven't gotten over something the Justice Department did yesterday, where Virginia cleaned up its voter rolls and got rid of thousands and thousands of bad votes, and the Justice Department sued them that they should be allowed to put those bad votes in.
Literally had nothing to do with the fucking question. Just why even bother interviewing him if he won't actually answer the fucking question you're asking him? And then he decided to shit on auto workers. But now we know he hates workers. You know, he hates anybody that works for a living. He looks down upon you. You're from the bad neighborhoods, right? Love Elon, richest man in the world, firing all the striking workers. That's awesome. And so here he is bullying the auto workers by comparing what they do to children.
United States, and they have a little bit. But you know what they really are? Assembly, like in South Carolina. But they build everything in Germany, and then they assemble it here. They get away with murder because they say, oh, yes, we're building cars. They don't build cars. They take them out of a box and they assemble them. We could have our child do it.
You auto workers. We could replace you with children, which Trump would actually like to do. And auto workers, a lot of them didn't take it too kindly. A bunch of videos pushing back. Here is just one example.
Hi.
What's up?
My name is Donya Ferdinandson with
Donya?
UAW Local 14 of Toledo, Ohio. I am an 18-year UAW member in good standing. I'm making this video in response to Trump's statement that auto workers just assemble parts out of a box. I challenge you, Trump, to one full 12-hour day in any auto assembly plant. I want to see you assemble parts out of a box for 12 hours. Until you accept and complete this challenge, until you actually work a manual labor job, you keep the name of the UAW out of your mouth.
But he'll never do that. Pussy-ass Trump, never done a hard day's work in his goddamn life. He's a fucking sissy. We all know this, and they gaslight us, tell us he's manly. And then here he is, folks, talking about all the taxes he's going to put on imported goods. Going to cost Americans $4,000 a year. The guy's trying to tell him, I mean, you're going to destroy the entire fucking economy. All the economists say the same thing. Everybody knows a tariff is a tax on the American people, except Donald Trump just going to gaslight, pretend like it's not.
Come back to the Europeans in a second. What about consumers? People out there.
They're going to be the biggest beneficiaries.
Yeah, critics say your tariffs will end up being like a national sales tax.
Nope. The countries will pay.
If you have America at the moment has $3 trillion worth of imports, you're going to add tariffs to every single one of them. That is going to push up the cost for all those people who want to buy foreign goods.
No. What's going to happen?
Simple mathematics, President Trump.
It's not. Yeah, it is, but not the way you figured. I was always very good at mathematics.
I'm so good at math, but it is. I mean, what the fuck's he talking about? So let me get this straight. So China sells a widget for $5 to us. Trump puts a 200% tariff on it. So they're still going to sell the same widget to us for $5? They now have to pay $15 in tariffs, and they're still going to sell it to us for $5. That's what he's saying? Of course, that's what he's saying. It doesn't make any fucking sense. But he knows that the idiots that follow him literally do not give a shit. He can say any words. It's almost like he's trying to destroy the country on purpose, like I said before. It's almost like he's trying to make people revolt, make things so bad for the working man, for the middle class, destroy it, where we have to rise up so that he can give himself dictatorial powers and bring in the military to squash us, folks. And here's another example for it. Talking about selling cars for over $1 million that are only cost $65,000.
If I run this country, if I'm going to be president of this country, I'm going to put a 100, 200, 2,000% tariff. They're not going to sell one car. If I run this.
This is why Elon Musk is supporting Trump so much. He's literally trying to get rid of most of the competition for Elon Musk, folks. Why would he not support this? If a foreign car is currently selling for $65,000, a 2,000% import tax would add $1.3 million, making the total price $1.365 million. Folks, This is why they're supporting him. This is why a lot of the billionaires in this country are supporting him. He's literally going to get rid of all their competition. No more foreign cars, no more BMWs for us, no more luxury vehicle, nothing. So we got Elon Musk going to sell 1 billion extra Teslas, I guess. No wonder he's investing heavily into buying this orange goof. Fuck over the American consumer. That's all he wants to do. And then in this disastrous interview, I like this guy got a little quip in about how it's not a peaceful transfer of power. Trump continuously trying to gaslight us. That he just peacefully gave over power. There was no riot. January 6th never happened. He just went away and never talked about the election again. Isn't that what happened? Hell no.
All like the rule of law. They like certainty. The Chinese, who you mentioned, other dictators.
Right.
They don't like it when things go wrong. They like it when things go wrong in America. If you look at the events of January the 6th, 2021, it showed to many people America's democracy was unruly and violent. Only 3 weeks to go to the election. Will you commit now to respecting and encouraging a peaceful transfer of power?
Well, you had a peaceful transfer of power.
You had a peaceful transfer of power. You had a peaceful... Come on, President Trump. You had a peaceful transfer of power compared with Venezuela, but it was by far the worst.
Now he's so bitchy. Look at that. Oh my God. I can't believe you pushed back. Oh my, I do declare. You're like those blacks from the poor neighborhoods who used to hit me really hard in football. I don't like this.
Transfer of power for a long time.
Thank you. I appreciate that.
Boo, I dare you push back and tell me the truth. Fucking dick suckers, bootlickers. But folks, no matter how obvious it was, that was a horrible interview for Trump. It was rambling nonsense. He got bitch slapped. The guy quipped over and over again on him, dunked on him repeatedly. Gaslighting is what our major media does continuously, folks. Piss in our face and tell us it's raining. First off, Sean Hannity going to tell us how that was the greatest interview anybody's ever done.
So in one of his greatest all-time moments on the campaign trail, former President Donald Trump absolutely schooled Bloomberg's editor-in-chief today during a live appearance at the Economic Club of Chicago. Despite things getting, well, a little heated at times, Trump, frankly, masterfully navigated the situation.
So masterful. He did the weave. He weaved all over the place. It was so masterful. Not the only one spreading this gaslighting bullshit.
Now, how many politicians can step out on stage with no notes and lay out the intricacies of U.S. trade policy?
First off, he didn't do that, but like anybody versed even minimally in any of these subjects can get out there without notes and talk about trade policy, talk about economics, talk about any of this bullshit. The fuck you talk about? I got an 8th grade education, do 8 hours live a week with no fucking notes, okay? This ain't some genius level shit, but he didn't even do that.
The Federal Reserve, interest rates, etc., with a hostile reporter. Now, I can count how many people can do that on like one hand. And
God, the dick sucking just never fucking ends. It's so wild. This is our news media. Then baby Dr. Evil. Pee Wee German, Stephen Miller, Trump. Bloomberg interview at the Economic Club of Chicago was the greatest live interview any political leader or politician has done on the economy in our lifetimes, period. Remember when they told us about Joe Biden? When Joe Biden got there and old man it, corpsed it up and gave a real shitty, long diatribe. And they're like, oh my God, this is the greatest economic speech I've ever heard. No, it wasn't. But it was genius compared to what the fuck Trump did. Everybody gaslighting always. Just bullshit left and fucking right. Got to close my mouth so I don't eat it. And then, folks, as you saw in the thumbnail, Trump was sweating to the oldies. The town hall began with questions from pre-selected attendees for the president. Donald Trump offered meandering answers on how he would address housing, affordability, and help small businesses. But it took a sudden turn after 2 attendees required medical attention. Let's not do any more questions. Let's just listen to music. Let's make it into a music. Who the hell wants to hear questions, right? Yeah, who wants to hear the president answer questions? Who wants to know if the candidate has any good policy positions? Let's just listen to my favorite songs, old shit, while I slowly wave my body back and forth. And then 39 minutes, folks, for 39 minutes. So he trapped these people in the room. This hot-ass room where they were all sweating their ass off. As he turned the event into almost a living room listening session of his favorite songs from his self-curated rally playlist. After the second incident, a handful of people in the crowd yelled, "Open the doors!" The room was toasty. Trump appeared to talk to a Secret Service agent to see what could be done. Trump quipped, "Personally, I enjoy this. We lose weight. You know, you lose weight. We could do this, lose 4 or 5 pounds. It's okay with me." Yeah, he's trapping these old people in a goddamn building and sweating to the oldies, folks. I swear to fucking God, this is so fucking weird. What is wrong with this country? Look at this shit. He's forcing this whole crowd just to sit there and listen to this boring fucking music while he stands there and sachets from side to side. Man, I'm telling you, it's making me feel like disconnected from reality. More and more these days, I know this is bullshit, but I'm almost starting to feel like I'm on the Truman Show. You know what the Truman Show is? Where they had that guy, Jim Carrey. He was on a reality show, but didn't he know it? And everybody was watching him all the fucking time. He didn't know it. And they're putting him in all these wacky situations to see how he would react, but he never fucking knew it. I feel like that. They're ramping up the craziness. The producers are trying to make the show more exciting, so they're ramping it up, making it weirder and fucking weirder and fucking weirder to see how I react. The only reason I don't think that I'm on the Truman Show is because you'd think more people would be watching this show if I was, but I guess like if I was on the Truman Show, they could make it seem like nobody's watching this show, but then they would have to like feed me my own personal internet that has all the searches of myself, not that I've ever done that, removed, but they can do that, I guess. They can do that. So anyway, I'm on to you. Where's the camera at? Where's the... Oh, it's right there. I turned on. Anyway, weird, super weird, y'all. I got more of this, though. Let's continue with how weird this fucking is, because we're not done exploring the strangeness of our society. Apparently, they try to stop me from making a fool of himself. This is a real live teleprompter. Please do 2 more questions before music, please. What the fuck's going on? This is so weird. But he did not listen. He kept swaying to the music. And here's a recap of how long this actually lasted, folks. So strange. Literally, for 39 minutes, just sitting up there swaying to song after song, while his cult members hold hats up and are trapped inside an overheating room. It's goddamn America! America, come on! Come on! Can't you see how this is buffooning us? Can't you see how foreign entities want to embarrass us, want to diminish our country, and that's why they're supporting this? Just, good God, it's so weird. But at least Kamala Harris is taking the opportunity to take shots at him. She posted a video of him doing this and said, "Hope he's okay." Haha, good one. But he's not. Nobody's fucking okay. We're in danger. One more, folks. Just a different angle. Just so you have no doubts how weird this whole fucking thing is. Since you've been gone, Sinead O'Connor's family sued him to stop him from using the music, but he doesn't give a fuck. I guess she's dead, so he feels like he can do whatever he wants to, but a different angle. Just everybody trapped watching Trump stand on top of a stage for 39 minutes. And this is, once again, what I told you in the last show about narcissists, about how they like to abuse people to see how much people will take and still follow them and worship them. And they just sit around and think about shit they can do. I mean, they sit around thinking, what if I could just stand on fucking stage? Don't even say anything. Just play music. And just like sway slowly for 39 minutes and trap these motherfuckers in a room. I wonder if they still follow me if I do that. And they do it. And he's like, he goes home and he jacks his little mushroom dick off onto the wall. And then Laura Loomer comes in and licks it up, says, "Thank you for the ice cream, Mr. President." Just good God, y'all. Fucking producers of this show. Pretty good, though. It's a good show. It's a good show, but mostly because of me. You guys need to give me a raise. Producers of this show. Kick the patron up. Like double. At least double. Come on. Come on, producers. And then this guy got memed to hell and back. Title says, "Just come to one rally," they said. "You'll love it," they said. Fuck, I'm in a cult. And yes, dude. Look at him. He's dead. Behind the eyes. He's like, what the fuck have I got myself into? Holy shit, this is weird. Yes, you're all weird. A giant basket of fucking freaks. And then, folks, do not miss your amazing opportunity to get in on Trump's crypto scam. Super cool, super serious thing a president should be doing.
Big news, the World Liberty
Let me turn it up.
Financial token sale. Big news.
Big news.
The World Liberty Financial Token Sale is now live.
Now live.
Crypto is the future.
Y'all.
Let's embrace this incredible technology and lead the world in digital economy. Go to worldlibertyfinancial.com.
Go immediately. Immediately go and buy your Donald Trump crypto. And yeah, the site's down. Immediately the site's down. Trump new crypto site crashed hours. And apparently, according to this article, to qualify as an accredited investor, a person must have an income of at least $200,000 or $300,000 with a spouse and a net worth of at least $1 million. So that's the only people that are allowed to buy this crypto, y'all. You have to be rich to buy Trump's crypto. And also, apparently, according to Reddit, Americans are not legally allowed to buy it. So literally, this is a way for foreign entities to just give Donald Trump money and get around campaign finance laws. So if you want Trump to win, hey, you want Trump to win, right? Foreign governments, you want to belittle our country. You want to cheapen us. You want to buffoon us. Buy the crypto. You can get away with it. He'll spend some of that money on the campaign, and you can destroy America for a low, low price of 15 cents per crypto or whatever the fuck it is. And yeah, apparently, also, it literally can't be sold. All WLFI will be non-transferable and locked indefinitely in a wallet or small contract. So you can buy it and you can never sell it, folks. Which pretty much goes against everything crypto's supposed to be for. But don't think about it. It's a scam. That's all you need to know. And I guess he's going to get away with it because he gets away with everything else. And like DJT stock. Look at this shit, folks. DJT stock has doubled this week. Doubled, people. Trump has made billions of dollars this week. Billions, y'all. You know his fake meme stock based on a company that doesn't make any money and never going to make any money? Double this week, folks. Our society cannot give this orange goofy con man money fucking fast enough. It's so insane. So depressing to think about that. Producers, that can't be real. You guys quit. You guys quit your playing. No way this could be real, y'all. And meanwhile, Miriam Adelson has dumped $95 million to Trump. You're only supposed to be able to get $3,300. That's campaign finance laws, but they get around it with super PACs. And she's basically bought the White House. What is she buying with that $100 million? Well, she's buying Gaza. She's buying Palestine. If Trump gets elected, they're going to basically kick all Palestinians out of the country, completely take it over, and give it to Mary and Allison so they can build condos and beachfront property on it. So super cool, America. But this is how oligarchies work. It's totally a fucked trash country. And they're trying to cheat still the election, folks. Imagine if Republicans did this. So somebody got a hold of a phone list of students from Wisconsin. And, of course, students are more likely to vote Democrat. So they sent a unsolicited text to all these students that basically threatened them that if they voted illegally, they'd be violating certain statutes and they go to jail, making them think that if they're from, like, out of state, they might not be able to vote there, even though you can still vote completely legally. But they're basically trying to intimidate them and get them not to fucking vote because cheating, that is what they fucking do. And big shout out to King Mehdi Hassan. If you want a rundown of all the crazy fucking shit Donald Trump has said, it's not even a whole rundown. Anyway, he's debating this fucking orange, this Trump stooge. And watch him run the fuck over this dude.
Adolfo, you're a smart man.
He's
I don't
not.
understand how you can support a candidate who thinks wind turbines cause cancer.
Okay, I can answer that before you even start. The reason he's supporting Donald Trump is because he's rich and he doesn't want to pay an extra 10 cents in taxes and he doesn't give a fuck about this country or who gets hurt as long as he gets the fuck the rest of us.
Adolfo, you're a smart man. I don't understand how you can support a candidate who thinks wind turbines cause cancer, thinks you can stop a hurricane with a nuclear weapon, thinks you need ID to buy a box of cereal, thinks you can buy Greenland from Denmark, thinks England and the UK are the same thing, thinks you can beat COVID by putting disinfectant in your arms, thinks a stealth fighter jet is literally invisible, and talks about toilet flush water pressure in every one of his rallies. But Trump said shoot migrants at the border as well. But why don't you just shoot them? Just shoot them in the legs or something. Your national security advisor says you're unfit to be president. Your defense secretary says you're unfit for the presidency. After John Kelly called him an idiot. His national security advisor, H.R. McMaster, called him a dope. His economic advisor, Gary Cohn, said he's dumb as shit. He's an unserious figure who says absurd, outrageous things. He says immigrants are poisoning the blood of the country. He had dinner with a Holocaust denier at Mar-a-Lago, have repeatedly claimed that immigrants in Springfield, Ohio, have stolen and eaten people's pets. A baseless, some would say racist accusation that's been debunked by Ohio's Republican governor, Springfield's Republican mayor, and Springfield's Republican city manager. Donald Trump has serious cognitive mental health memory issues. He's perpetually confused and incoherent. He confused Nikki Haley with Nancy Pelosi. He confused Barack Obama with Joe Biden. He confused recently the debate Virginia with West Virginia. He called Tim Cook Tim Apple. He rants and raves about shark attacks and Hannibal Lecter. He even madly claimed that the photos of crowds at Kamala Harris rallies are AI generated. We all know if he sat next to you on the underground, you would move away, ranting and raving. He's nuts.
It's true. All you can do is hand wave away, though. You got Trump derangement syndrome. Just blah, blah, blah. Put your fingers in your ears, put your head in the sand. They don't care, folks. It's not about any of that. As long as they get theirs. And, folks, I hate having to give Destiny some fucking props because Destiny is one of the biggest fucking pieces of shit on the planet. Now, he's great at almost every issue, and he's a good debater because he's debating fucking morons. He debates conservatives, and that's not hard to beat conservatives. They know what the fuck they're talking about. But he confidently is able to recite facts very rapidly, which is very effective against them. But, of course, he is a genocide apologist. He's a genocider. He's a baby murder apologist, which is something you can never come back from. He is a giant bottom-feeding sack of shit. Evil person. But I do have a couple clips of him because he was at some kind of event debating a conservative on stage and just crushing the guy. So I guess I am going to half-heartedly give him a few props for this and show you this clip.
Conservative talking points. So the no new.
Start it up. So this is his pushback on conservatives who say Donald Trump didn't start any new wars. He was more peaceful. No new wars. We've all heard this bullshit right-wing narrative.
There's so many delusional conservative talking points. So the no new wars. Well, I mean, technically, the United States hasn't declared war since World War II. What does no new wars mean? Was it no new wars when Trump bombed an airport in Syria? Was it no new wars when we assassinated Soleimani in an Iraqi airport? Was it no new rules when Trump peeled back some of the transparency on the drone strikes in Yemen that it took Biden to end? Was it no new wars when Iran was bombing Saudi Arabia? Was it no new wars when we abandoned our Kurdish allies to Turkish attacks when they invaded Syria? Is it what are the no new wars? It's like the weirdest game of semantics in the entire world. There was absolutely military conflict that was happening overseas under Trump, but to pretend otherwise is to be delusional, which I guess is to be MAGA. When we talk about January 6th, I see we still have this idea that the election was stolen. What happened? Where was the proof? Where was the Kraken? Why is it that people like Powell and Eastman?
Destiny's legit. Literally, I'll ban you for saying that. You might want to shut your fucking mouth. Destiny is a fucking child murder apologist. He's a Zionist. Fuck this guy. And if you support Destiny, fuck you too. I ain't put up that goddamn bullshit. I'll give him props for owning dipshit, idiot conservatives. But if you start celebrating Destiny in my fucking chat, fuck no. Fuck you. I ain't goddamn playing. I've seen too many dead bodies of children. I've seen too many brains blown out to listen to this fuck, excuse that shit, and listen to you fucking suck his dick. Fuck no. You're not welcome here. Kick rocks, dickhead.
And Giuliani and Trump promised us all this evidence, all these court cases. What happened? Most of these cases had evidentiary hearings. There was nothing. It would be an affidavit of a person seeing something going into a mail truck and saying, I think that these are stolen ballots, with no evidence.
Suck his dick again. Suck his dick one more goddamn time. Go watch his show. Don't watch this show. If you're a fan of Destiny, I don't want you as a fucking fan. Go watch his boring ass fucking bullshit. You don't deserve to watch my entertainment. Me entertaining you is at my pleasure. And the moment it's no longer a pleasure for me to do so, you get fucking kicked. Don't fucking piss me off. And one more while I'm... He did cook this guy, though, in this video.
First of all, what cities are so expensive to live in? Democrat-run cities.
So when those cities are expensive, do you acknowledge that those cities produce more economic output for the country than all the red cities? This is what I mean when I say these people don't live in reality. But, like, why can't you acknowledge that?
It's a nice deflection. So Democrat cities are the most expensive to live in, so I'm glad you at least acknowledge that. And again,
more expensive to live in the U.S. than Uganda as well, right? It is, right?
We live in a constitutional republic. We don't live in a democracy.
What is the contradiction there? What do you think? Hold on. What is a republic and what is a democracy?
A democracy is where a bunch of lunatics like you can vote away my rights.
Is that Article 5 or Article 6? I don't know what part of the Constitution.
So you asked what a democracy
Yeah, I'm the one showing him, but I just did a 10-minute screed about what a fucking piece of shit he is. You can show somebody and the good things they say, but as long as you temper it with the fucking truth of what this person is. Don't you piss me off, Rich. Don't get me started. This guy's fucking sucks. Fuck Destiny. Fuck Destiny fans. I'd rather do the show with 5 fucking people than do it with a bunch of Destiny fucking fans. Fuck y'all, bottom feeders. And then a big shout out to Wyatt Ali for this clip from Piers Morgan where he owns a bald Tim Pool.
You know, Piers, can I say something?
Yeah, it's being invited here, yeah.
Sure. It's not TDS when General Milley, the former top general who's retired, openly said that Donald Trump is a, quote, total fascist. It's not TDS when Donald Trump literally over the weekend said he will unleash the military against U.S. citizens. It's not TDS when Donald Trump last week in Aurora openly said that he will invoke the Alien Sedition Act that in turn...
Why so angry about Destiny? Because he fucking apologizes for child murder. You guys watch this show? Have you guys seen me show you over and over and over again the dead babies? Last show, there was a 19-year-old kid burning a fucking live. A kid watched his dad burn a fucking live. Destiny fucking excuses all that. He helps cause it. I'm gonna start banning you. I don't want to fucking hear that shit anymore. Shut the fuck up.
Japanese Americans during World War II. This is not TDS when he, to this day, refuses, he's been asked multiple times, will you accept the 2024 results? He's not said yes each and every single time. He still does not accept the 2020 results, and he said, his words, that he will be a dictator for a day and he will terminate the Constitution. It is the failure of corporate media and also social media and also several influential people on YouTube who for the past 4 years have not raised the threat and have done a both sides analysis where we've given Donald Trump a pass and promoted hateful talking points and conspiracy theories. And yes, some individuals and outlets have been paid by Russia. It has been confirmed. They have been unwitting agents of Russia, whether they realize it or not. Tim Pool and a lot of his friends, unfortunately, this is true. Now, I don't know if Tim knew it. He says he didn't. But this is the disinformation that has come out in the past 4 years, which is why, in part, Piers, there is such lack of information and knowledge about the facts,
all right, well, listen,
which is why so many voters think that Donald Trump won the 2020 election.
Listen. For the purpose...
Killed it! Tim Pool, little bitty baby Tim Pool. Getting fucking owned on the Piers Morgan show. Russian asset Tim Pool. And, yeah, I'm about to fucking get rid of a bunch of fucking folks. I'll do a second purge. I don't give a fucking shit. Zionists gotta go. Zionist apologists gotta go. Zionist fans gotta go. I ain't put up none of that fucking bullshit. You wanna know why I'm so angry? Because I seen the dead bodies of the fucking children. I ain't putting up with it. Not on my fucking platform. No, sir. Not today, Satan. And huge defeat. Good news, finally. So, breaking Georgia court rules, certification of election results is mandatory. They're basically trying to pass a law where if they wanted to just claim that they didn't believe the election was fair, they'd have to certify the election in Georgia, which they would only do if Trump lost because it's his stooges that are in place to do that. So the courts ruled they can't fucking do that. So Georgia has to certify the election. So a big win for Kamala and good. Meanwhile, you got old Shady Vance out here, folks, and he finally answered the question about whether or not he thinks Donald Trump lost the election or not. And it just depends on which words he wants to use, not by his words.
And the second question, what message do you think it sends to independent voters when you do not directly answer the question, did Donald Trump lose in 2020?
I think, sir, look. First of all, on the election of 2020, I've answered this question directly a million times. No. I think there are serious problems in 2020. So did Donald Trump lose the election? Not by the words that I would use.
Not by the words that I would use. I love this argument from him. Basically, his claim is that if a private company does things that they don't agree with, that they can just throw out democracy and cancel our votes. That's a great platform to run on. Anybody else want to be booted? Anybody else? I'm in a fucking booting mood, motherfuckers. And then, always the way, folks, another Republican got convicted of voter fraud. It's almost always voter fraud done by Republicans. Democrats almost never do it, but I'm going to play this video, and let's see if you can notice anything strange about this gentleman who just got convicted of voter fraud, this Trump supporter.
Finds you guilty of counts 1 and 2 in the indictment.
None of Saunders' family or friends were there in the courtroom.
Listen, folks, lawyer, huh? Notice anything about this guy? What the fuck is his lips? Why is his lips black? Did this motherfucker really just dye the top of his lip black and the bottom? What the fuck? Trump supporters are so weird. Holy God.
The 56-year-old was found guilty of voting several times in the 2020 and 2022 general elections. According to the Cuyahoga County prosecutor, in 2020, Saunders voted in person in Ohio and Florida.
Nope.
He allegedly voted.
Nope, Destiny does not have a thicker head of hair than me. Are you out of your goddamn mind? Look how well powdered my head is. It's perfectly fucking powdered. Can't get any better powder than that. What kind of powder does Destiny use?
Early in Ohio. In 2022, the prosecutor says he voted in person in Ohio and by mail in Florida.
You have violated with impunity one of our most cherished rights.
Oh, so weird. Why? Why does he have black clown lips? What is happening? Good God. Yeah, outside the tasty freeze. Check it, Diane. I get the reference. Hell yeah, I'm old. Yeah, Destiny's a child's name. Get it? Destiny's Child. And, then, folks, somebody called 911. Murder about to happen here. Colin Allred and Ted Cruz debated to see who is going to be Texas's new senator. Let's see how that went for Mr. Cruz.
To respond.
Oh, that was really something. I have to say, you can't be for the mob on January 6th and for the officers. You can't. And it's not funny because you're a threat to democracy. Sure. I was on the House floor when we went through the votes. I remember when you objected to the results in Arizona. Y'all at home might remember where you were on January 6th, what you were doing. I know where I was, and I know where he was. I remember when they told us to reach under our seats for these gas masks. I didn't know we had, because they had deployed tear gas in the rotunda. The officers locked all the doors. We barred the doors the president walks through to deliver the State of the Union with furniture that we usually use to hold paper. And I texted my wife, Allie, who was 7 months pregnant with our son, Cameron, and at home with our son, Jordan, who wasn't yet 2. Whatever happens, I love you. And I took off my suit jacket, and I was prepared to defend the House floor from the mob. At the same time, after he'd gone around the country lying about the election, after he'd been the architect of the attempt to overthrow that election, when that mob came, Senator Cruz was hiding in a supply closet. And that's okay. I don't want him to get hurt by the mob. I really don't. This election is his accountability. You cannot just be patriotic when your side wins. If for the first time in 250 years, this project of ours, this shared American project, that we did not have a peaceful transfer of power, the folks responsible have to be held accountable. That's why Liz Cheney has endorsed me, has got involved in this campaign, and is saying to Texans everywhere, do not put Ted Cruz back in a position of authority, because he's done it once, he'll do it again.
Damn! That was a fucking murder. Hell yeah. And the race is so close, it's like within 1 point. Ted Cruz was panicking so bad when he was on Fox News last time. He asked for money 5 different times during one interview. And one more clip where he basically just keeps beating the dead horse.
You know, we thought it was a good idea to cap the cost of insulin for folks on Medicare at $35 a month. I voted for it. Senator Cruz apparently disagreed. We tried to cap it for everyone. because 1 in 4 Americans are rationing their insulin. You know what rationing your insulin means? It means you're not taking the medication you need to survive. And so we said, let's make sure that this is affordable. I was willing to do it and voted for it. Senator Cruz voted against it. You know, and it's not surprising. He's also one of the biggest recipients of campaign donations from big pharma lobbyists in the entire United States Senate.
Nervous laughter.
But this is a pattern.
Fake bullshit.
You know, somebody who
He's so
goes
fake.
to the Ritz-Carlton in Cancun. Do you really think he cares about inflation and about working families? When his entire career he spent his time trying to cut taxes for the rich and not looking out for working folks. When I'm in the Senate, we'll have somebody who will try to represent all 30 million of us and make sure we keep a focus on lowering your costs everywhere we can.
Congressman, thank you. Senator, you have 60 seconds.
Just hopefully Texas do the right thing. I have no faith in Texas, but I'll keep my fingers crossed. Somebody said he's anti-trans. Call it all red. That sucks. But, I mean, he can't be more anti-trans than Ted Cruz, right? It's America. It's always going to be the lesser evil. And then Ted Cruz wonders, why are you asking him questions that he won't answer?
Senator, I want to give you 60 seconds, too. I want to ask you again, why is this an issue you want to address about saying whether you support or oppose exceptions like rape?
Jason, I'm curious. Why do you keep asking me that? But yet, hold on a second.
Hold on a second. Because you won't fucking answer. Because it's a serious question we want you to fucking answer, and you won't, you goddamn weasel. That fake fucking laugh. And one more clip where Colin Irad owns him again with a famous Texas saying.
This is a pattern. He talks tough, but he never shows up. We have a phrase for this in Texas, all hat and no cattle. That's what Senator Cruz is. 6 more years of this? Come on. He's had 12 years to do it already. Give someone who actually will a chance.
Them's fight words, all hat, no cattle. This is stupid phrase, though. Stupid Texans. And yes, pick your fighter, Texas. You want the former Titans football player or doughy Cancun Cruz? That's what I don't get about Texans. Texans always pretend like they love masculinity. Super alpha males, and they always choose the weakest pussies to represent them. That's how you know they're fake as fuck. As always, the people of nothing. And Ted Cruz is basically just cat turd with a law degree. He'll believe fucking anything. Friend of mine out in L.A. just took this picture on the 405. And yes, all the news media outlets, you have permission to use this. It's wild. And he's like, holy crap. Of course, it's not real. It's real, but it appeared in 2011 at Hurricane Irene hit Puerto Rico. This hoax has made the rounds in 2015 at Texas, was hit with heavy rains to the 16th to the 17th. But Ted Cruz is your boomer dipshit MAGA uncle on Facebook. Thinks AI pictures are real. Don't know what the fuck's going on. That's the type of people Texas are electing. And then we'll finish the Chud Watch with this one. Holy shit, folks. Let me just plug and play it.
Sending the right to get an abortion back to the state, leading
I think it should be state by state.
Victims of sexual abuse. Okay, why?
That's fine. I think if everyone in a state wants something, go ahead and have it.
So if everyone in Alabama wanted slavery back, you'd be okay with that?
Sure. If everyone in the state wants it, go ahead. What do I give a shit?
All right. Well, let's go next topic. I'm getting
I love the look on his face. It's the same look I had.
What do I give a shit?
All right. Well, let's go next topic.
Did you just say that you're okay with slavery? What the fuck?
I'm getting nervous.
I just want to clarify.
Yeah.
You understand that was the same argument that the Confederacy upheld, right? So do you wish that the Confederacy won the war because according to your worldview, the Union impeded upon the state's ability to legislate?
No, but it's an irrelevant argument.
No, so you're glad that the Union won?
Like, I'm not some, like, psychopath. Like,
You're literally a psychopath. You literally just said you'd be okay with slavery. That is as psycho-fucking-pathic as it gets, bitch.
In LA, I'm not some crazy right-wing person.
So you're literally an incredibly fucking crazy right-wing person.
Saying it's
but if everyone in the state wants something, sure, let them have it.
Sure, if everybody in the state wants to make pedophilia illegal, let's just rape children. Yeah, hey, let's have slavery again.
You agree with the Confederacy?
No.
Yes.
But the Articles of the Confederation.
All right, we have to move on. We got limited time here.
These gotcha moments don't work on me. I'm not
these gotcha they work beautifully on you. It wasn't a gotcha question. It was just a basic, straightforward, childlike question. And you're such a fucking idiot, you told the truth because you're a fucking monster. But yeah, pretend like it was a gotcha question because you're a fucking idiot and you know you didn't come off well. Not working. And that is my Chud Watch for tonight. Florida's worse than Texas. There's a low bar. She needs to find everyone. She needs to shut her fucking mouth. Criminally dumb. Yep, that's conservatism for you. Not the brightest, not the best, not decent people. Not good. These gotcha moments don't work on me because I'm too vapid. Yeah, worked beautifully. Gotcha, bitch. And, all right, we're along, folks. I didn't have time to make no new logo or anything, but I did make a picture. So, all aboard! Woo-hoo! Coconut Express! Hell yeah! And they almost spelled Coconut Express right. So close, AI. I'm working on it. It's a work in progress, y'all. And first off, breaking news, Ella Reeve used to work for Vice. Now on CNN down in Georgia and doing her best to find Democrats or anybody who supports Kamala Harris. And she found a few old boomers, and here's what they had to say.
What are your views on the election?
Well, I ain't gonna vote for a criminal. Well, what he did in January the 6th was enough. And the way he could have did something, man. You know, they was beating on them cops down there.
Where's your other Democrat?
Hi, come join us.
She's a CNN reporter, and she wants some Democrats in Brentwood County. She can't find one. I told her I knew a couple. She said, please call, please. And she wouldn't quit. Till I said,
Thank you.
I have voted Republican. You know? Yeah. I vote for the man. I don't vote for their party.
So what are your thoughts on the election?
What are my thoughts on what?
On the election.
Ain't much to think about it.
Well, who are you going to vote for?
The right person.
Well, who do you think the right person
I'm
is?
gonna be Donald Trump.
Okay, tell me why.
Last time you saw him talking, did you watch his lips?
Uh-huh.
Were they moving?
Uh-huh.
He's lying.
All right, well, so Mr. Wilson here was telling us that January 6th was a big disqualifier for him.
It should have been.
How do you feel about that?
I feel about it like he's anti-American. He's trying to overthrow our government.
Yep, he sure is. Put himself as a dictator. Way to go, boomers! Found the good ones out there. And then she was on Charlemagne the God. He asked her a really dumb question. Here's her answer.
Why do you allow them to call you the border czar when that's not even that wasn't your
I'm
role?
not giving him permission for that.
Yeah, how the fuck is she going to stop him from calling her something? The fuck kind of question is that, Charlemagne?
Oh, you're right. But I mean, you don't push back on it because that wasn't your role. What?
Fact checkers have made that clear. Look, if I responded to every name he called me, I wouldn't be focused on the things that actually help the American people, and that's my focus.
That is true.
Hey, you can't push back on every fucking thing he says. Better just ignore a lot of that bullshit because it's so ridiculous. And she was asked about how weird and out of it he seems lately. Seems like it's accelerating his degeneration. Here's her comment on it.
You know, a lot of recent questions about Donald Trump. There's been a lot of recent questions based on an event he did recently. He played music for about 30 minutes straight. Just questions about his mental fitness for office at this point. Do you think Donald Trump needs to take a cognitive test?
Well, I'm going to say what I've said publicly and will say many times based on my observations, and I think the observations of many. Donald Trump is increasingly unstable, and as has been said by the people who have worked closely with him, even when he was president, he's unfit to be president of the United States.
True story. I don't think anybody has ever been more unfit. It's like America picked the worst person they could possibly pick. And then she went on Fox News. A lot of people say she shouldn't do it, but went right into the lion's den. And, of course, they're trying to set her up with gotcha questions. But she did a pretty good job of pushing back on it. Here's just one clip.
The question to the former president today, Harris Faulkner, had a town hall.
So here's what Fox News is doing. Instead of playing the actual clip of Trump saying the things the Democrats are accusing him of saying, they're playing clips where he doesn't say that and pretending like he didn't say it in order to make Democrats look like they're liars. This is how the fucking game is played. Propaganda 101. And Kamala Harris has to push back on it.
The question to the former president today, Harris Faulkner, had a town hall, and this is how he responded.
I heard about that. They were saying I was like threatening. I'm not threatening anybody. They're the ones doing the threatening. They do phony investigations. I've been investigated more than Alphonse Capone. He was the greatest gangster. No, it's true. No, but think of it. It's called weaponization of government. It's a terrible thing.
They cut it right before that. He talks about how Nancy Pelosi is one of these people he's talking about using the military against. So another Fox News edit. I guess he's got to take their license away from them.
So,
Brett, I'm sorry, and with all due respect, that clip was not what he has been saying about the enemy within that he has repeated when he's speaking about the American people. That's not what you just showed.
Well, he was asked about that specific...
No, that's not what you just showed. In all fairness and respect to you...
That was the question that we asked him.
You didn't show that, and here's the bottom line. He has repeated it many times, and you and I both know that. And you and I both know that he has talked about turning the American military on the American people. He has talked about going after people who are engaged in peaceful protest. He has talked about locking people up because they disagree with him. This is a democracy. And in a democracy, the President of the United States, in the United States of America, should be willing to be able to handle criticism without saying he'd lock people up for doing it. And this is what is at stake, which is why you have someone like the former chairman of the Joint Chiefs of Staff saying what Mark Milley has said about Donald Trump being a threat to the United States of America.
He's quoted in the Bob Woodward book that way, yes. Let me ask you this.
Let me move on. You just whooped my fucking ass. And I only play one more clip real fast from that interview. One that kind of gave me a little bit of hopium, I guess, for the Palestinian situation, where she says that she's not going to be the same as Joe Biden. It's not going to be a continuation of the Joe Biden administration.
Joe Biden, you're not Donald Trump, but nothing comes to mind that you would do differently?
Let me be very clear. My presidency will not be a continuation of Joe Biden's presidency. And like every new president that comes into office, I will bring my life experiences, my professional experiences, and fresh and new ideas. I represent a new generation of leadership. I, for example, am someone who has not spent the majority of my career in Washington, D.C. I invite ideas, whether it be from the Republicans who are supporting me, who were just on stage with me minutes ago, and the business sector, and others who can contribute to the decisions that I make about, for example, my plan for increasing the supply of housing in America and bringing down the cost of housing, addressing the issue of small businesses, which is about working with the private sector to bring more capital and access to capital to our small business leaders, including my plan for a...
Joe Biden, you're...
So, good response. We'll see how that works out in the long run. And then they're just pointing out that when Trump said he was going to send the military on people, some people, like the Fox News, are declaring he was just talking about illegals or violent protesters or some shit like that. But nope, that's not what he was talking about.
As for this comment, Donald Trump said over the weekend that he thinks the U.S.'s greatest threat is not our foreign adversaries, but actually the enemy from within. As I said, a lot of Republican allies have tried to defend that comment, saying he was referring to protesters when he talked about potentially sending in the military to deal with that enemy from within. They were saying it's the same thing when you see the National Guard go out to try and tamp down riots. Donald Trump, however, though, made clear he is talking about political opponents. I'm going to read for you some of what he said. He said, quote, "It is the enemy from within, and they're very dangerous. We have China, we have Russia, we have all these countries. If you have a smart president, they can all be handled. The more difficult are, the Pelosi's. These people, they're so sick and they're so evil." So clearly, directly referencing the Pelosi's there, it's clear he's talking about Democrats when he says this. Now, the other thing I think...
it's very clear. Gonna make himself a dictator and start locking up anybody disagrees with him. Scary, scary ass times we're living in. And Tim Walz had to push back against it. Here's what Tim Walz had to say.
Yesterday, he went on Fox News. That's a safe place for him. He went on there. And he suggested that he is going to send the military against the enemy from within. Now, I want you to think about it. In other words, Americans who don't support him. Just to be clear, if any of your neighbors or friends or anybody thinks about that, you know who he's talking about? He's talking about you. He's talking about you. He's talking about someone who comes to a rally to express their love and their commitment to our democracy. Donald Trump sees that as an enemy. All right. So I have to tell you, as someone who wore this nation's uniform proudly, as someone who now is the commander-in-chief of the Minnesota National Guard, the idea of sending U.S. military personnel against American citizens makes me sick to my stomach. I'll tell you what, we'll let the lawyers decide if what he said was treason, but what I know is it's a call for violence, plain and simple. And it's pretty damn un-American, if you ask me.
Yep, agreed. It is pretty un-American, but so is Trump. He hates this country, and he's funded and backed by enemies of this country from without who are trying to tear us down. And another one of Tim Walz who says Donald Trump might be able to afford to go bankrupt once, twice, 3 times, 4 times, 5 times, 6 times, but our farmers can't. Oh, snap. Nailed it. Then apparently Kamala Harris is probably going on Joe Rogan. And some people think it's a great idea. Some people don't think it's a great idea. Matt Walsh is like, this would be a catastrophic mistake. I hope it happens. But I agree with Evan. Joe Rogan is incapable of a hostile interview. He will make everything Kamala says seem palatable to the right. He may even suggest voting for her at the end. He is a very dumb man who fills his brain with the thoughts of whoever he is speaking to. And that's true. Joe Rogan is a coward. He never pushes back on any fucking body. He is weak-willed. He wants to be liked by the guests so bad. He has no original thoughts in his fucking head, so she could probably run all over him. And if she did as well on Joe Rogan as she did on Fox News, it's a great idea. But not everybody agrees. Philip Anderson, a right-wing chud. Mad! Elon Musk says the highly anticipated Trump appearance on the Joe Rogan Experience will happen, to which he loves. Fucking finally! Joe Rogan was about to lose all respect if he didn't do this, but then he let Kamala on there, and he's like, Joe Rogan is a coward! Now I've lost all respect for him! What? Why? I thought you guys liked hearing all sides of the issues or whatever. Nope. Apparently not. And that is my Coconut Express for tonight. And you think it's going to be a catastrophe? Why? Why would it be a catastrophic mistake for Kamala to go on Joe Rogan? You really think Joe Rogan is going to be able to handle Kamala Harris? I don't think so. I think she's going to run roughshod right the fuck over him. But we'll see. And folks, I have a Patreon account. Why? Shut up, Dusty. If you enjoy the Wednesday shows, and you oughta, I worked hard on this. Didn't play my game. I want to play my game, but instead, I'm here working for you guys. So could you please consider chipping in and help the show out? There's a link in the description of the video. The very first link is to my Patreon. The very first button, become a member. Could you chip in a couple bucks, whatever you can afford? I'm not greedy, but a couple bucks to help out me and the animals would definitely mean a lot. It all adds up, and it helps me keep the lights on. So if you like what I do, please support it. I really need your help. And thank you in advance. And all right, let's read these super chats. Super chats. Rebecca Poise, always a hero. Very lifelike thumbnail, yet I know it's not real. Trump would never exercise. I know, right? That's how you knew it wasn't real. I'm actually getting pretty advanced at doing the thumbnails. I'm generating in one program, and then I'm upscaling them in another program and using different methods to make the faces look more like the real persons. So, experience, baby. It's all coming into play. And Rebecca Boys gave 1 ticket. Thank you, Rebecca. If you got a ticket, show up at the after party and give Rebecca your love. BBC, Hell Satan. Hope you're doing well tonight. I love you, man. Sedona Rose. Sending love and gratitude. Hey, grats back to you, Sedona Rose. Appreciate you. Just ask me 1 ticket. Thank you, Jason. Appreciate you. Martin Beer, $20. Misinformation can legitimately be added as a 5th horseman of the apocalypse. It certainly seems to be destroying our country. Sad to see. I thought the internet was going to make everything better, but it's really easy to fool dumb people, that's for sure. Zoran, $2. They're fine crying senile when it's not their guy, of course. I call both of them senile. Both sides, walking corpses. And Cole James, whoop-whoop, big toot. All the toots for Cole James. You rock, Cole, as usual. Thank you, buddy. John Bless, $5. There is a border crisis on Trump's face. Bad tan lines. We are in a Twilight Zone episode with the Matrix or something. Love all you guys. Hi, mods. Hi, John Bliss. Good to see you tonight. Megan Barcelona. Broke Bitch Club. Got a job. What? Hell yeah. First check, 1028. All right. I'm going to hold you to that. Meg, good to see you tonight. Carolyn McMickle, $5. Love hearts back to you, Carolyn McMickle. Joop. Hell Satan. Anyone still have a great opinion of JonTron? Who? Please don't tell me we are supposed to cancel him. Doesn't that guy suck? He sucks worse than Destiny, doesn't he? Kevin Milligan, 1666. Get him, Dusty. Fuck those guys. Am I right tomorrow? That I've been waiting over a month for. Hell yeah. Save my pennies for possible surgery. Wish I had a universal health care like our money pays for in Israel Yeah, I know, right? So sad. And they get everything. We're bankrupt if we have one horrible medical issue. This fucking ridiculous goddamn country. But I hope everything goes well, Kevin. Keep us up to date. Sorry, $5. We need Supply Closet Cruz shirts. We need Colin Allred just whooped your ass shirts. Allred 316. Thank you, Zoran. Jupe. My birthday's 21st. All right, happy birthday early, Jupe. Guys, let's bring back slavery. I know, right? If all the people in the state say it's okay, except for the black people, they're not going to vote for it, I'm sure. But hey, if everybody else votes for it, then you got to be slaves. That's just the way it should work. I am very smart. Cole J, another 2 for Cole. Appreciate you, Cole. Kelly Mickle, $5. My 95-year-old dad and 91-year-old mom were so relieved to vote for Kamala yesterday. Hey, they sound fucking awesome. Shout out to them from me, Carolyn. And Prado, $2. Destiny calls protesters anti-Semitic is infuriating. Yeah, that guy's a waste of fucking space. Definitely asking for some bad karma, and whatever the fuck happens to him will be well goddamn deserved, in my opinion. And all right, folks, still plenty of time to get a super chats in. If you like this Wednesday show, please reward it. But for now, guess what's happening? Religious bullshit. Religious bullshit. Religious bullshit. It's time for religious bullshit. It is time for religious bullshit. And you're never gonna guess. Might as well get your not a drag queen ready to go, because Arkansas pastor arrested on 100 child porn charges. Good God! This dude was raping all the children. An Arkansas pastor has now been arrested for his involvement in the possession and distribution of child sexual abuse materials. According to reports, on September 25th, the search warrant was executed by Arkansas State Police after they received 2 cyber tips from the National Center of Missing and Exploited Children that they were made on both Snapchat and Kik. After reviewing the digital evidence, a search warrant was obtained for 43-year-old James Vincent Henry and of Delight, Arkansas. Reports show that Henry is a pastor of the Crosswords Assembly of God Church in Delight. He was ultimately arrested on October 14 and charged with 100 counts of possession, viewing, and distribution of child sexual abuse material. I said it once, I said it 100 times. Even if you were a pedophile, why would you go on the internet and download or send people child porn pictures? You're going to get caught. I know they're already fucked in the head, but good Lord, they're so stupid. So enjoy life in prison. I heard it's going to go well for pedos in there. And of course, it's been 1 day since my last show, so we have to have multiple child rapists from the church arrested. Police Christian high school coach produced child porn of teenage boys, sold their dirty underwear online. Oh my God. Yeah, keep sending your kids to Christian schools. Real worried about the drag queens, aren't we? And folks, I don't know why, but this pastor really hates beards. Somebody explain this to me.
Apostolic churches today, you walk in some of them, there's more beards in there than there are out in the street. I'm going to tell you something. Facial hair is not apostolic. However you want to cut it, it's compromise.
Didn't Jesus have a beard?
I don't care if your leader says you can wear a beard, honey. Beard's nothing more than pride. You're not going to be dipped in Holy Ghost oil and run around looking like the world.
I don't want to be dipped in Holy Ghost oil. Is everybody there clean shaven? What kind of weird ass cult is this?
We don't need beards. We need more oil.
I'm pretty sure your wife is your beard, dude.
We need more Joe Ashes. We need more people in an altar. We need more prayer rooms. We need more people digging into the things of God.
Yeah, vote for J.D. Vance.
You can look in the recipe of anointing. You'll never find beard.
He just mad because he ain't got no hair, period. He can't grow a fucking beard. That's exactly what it is. Look, he's bald. No doubt he can't actually grow a beard. That's 100% why he's against fucking beards. He looks like a baby face pussy, this dough bitch body, angry at manly man who could actually grow beards.
Beards, Brother Epley. You can look at the recipe of anointing. You're never going to find television. You can look at the recipe of anointing, and you're not going to find compromise.
I guess you're going to find donuts, though.
You can look at the recipe of anointing, and women are going to be covering their knees. You can look at the recipe of anointing.
You can't even look at knees now? Oh, my God, they're so creepy.
Still going to look like men, and women are still going to look like women. Somewhere, Joe Ash, you better protect the oil.
He's really concerned about the fucking oil. Not weird at all. And speaking of oil, folks, did you know that you can anoint yourself with oil and then raise people from the dead? Gotta be true.
I anoint my hands to heal the sick, raise the dead.
Say what now?
Cast out demons.
Okay.
I anoint myself to prophesy and hear directly from the voice of God.
Okay, that's mental illness.
Be armored with the armor of God.
Oh my God, please
and
stop.
operate in the full power of God.
Don't operate on anybody.
In Jesus' name.
They're so fucking weird. Like, people think people that play D&D are weird. But at least people play D&D. No, it's not real. They leave their basement and they go with their fucking lives. They don't think they can actually cast magic missile. This bitch thinks she's a necromancer. You can't raise no fucking dead. Hey, why don't you take your camera and film it sometime? If you've never filmed any of this happening, I think you might be fucking full of shit. Delusions of grandeur. And then, folks, oh my God, once again, I feel like I'm on the Truman Show. I feel like this can't be real. This can't be real. It can't be. So now Russel Brand is selling magical amulets. I don't know what to say anymore. Surely he can't be this poor, all right? He has to have some money left over from his movie days, and his YouTube channel gets millions of hits. He's still got to make a decent living. Surely it can't come to this. But anyway, this is not a parody, y'all. This is real. Even though he's joking around about some of the things he's saying, this amulet is a real thing that he's selling as magic. Let me show you.
Hello, I'm just back from Narnia, where I had a holiday, Mr. Tumnus, Aslan, all those guys. And as you know, airports are places full of Wi-Fi and all sorts of evil energies. Think of all the phones out there, all of the signals, corruptible and corrupting. Luckily, I wear this magical amulet from Tech that keeps me safe from all of the various signals out there. And also means, look at this, look how strong I am. I think this is making me more powerful, as a matter of fact. Look at that. This stuff is absolutely packed with Tech. I didn't even bring any socks or toothbrush or dog meat or anything like that. Just completely full of Tech. You should get one as well, particularly if you're planning to go to an airport anytime soon, because the bloody things are full of lethal signals. Tech, a glorious amulet to protect you from corrupting signals. Hello.
Making me pull up my eyebrows. Like, literally making me pull up my fucking eyebrows, folks. I know this stuff's supposed to make me feel crazy, and it's working. So anyway, I've done a zeptosecond of Googling about Russel Brand's magical amulet, and I physically must share with you all what I have found. I am sorry for the journey we are about to take together. LifeTune, one of our smallest solutions that sticks directly onto each of your electronic devices, offering immediate protection against harmful electromagnetic radiation with close proximity to your body. The LifeTune one is our device-specific solution. For a broader, effective range, check out our personal area solutions. UFC and Tech covers up to 19 feet in diameter, minimal design with powerful capacity of protection, durable adhesive backing, suitable for use with everyday devices. So, wading through the stinking bog that is Google search results in the year of our cruel and merciless God 2024, I eventually found the website of the tech company Rustifer mentions Tech. First port of call was obviously the amulet section. I simply had to know what the cost for protecting myself from all the deadly waves could be. 369 pounds! That's like, what, 420 bucks? LifeTune Go is our compact and convenient solution designed for personal protection from electromagnetic radiation that you can carry with ease wherever you go. Brand-specific brand, slit my throat, a 5G deflector appears to be the LifeTune Mini, or on some heinous little rat boy necklace of some kind. This thing is, from what I can tell, a resin keyring that retails for 200 euros a pop or buy two for $370. Who could resist? Also available is the Life Tune Max, seen here making two toddlers look extremely fucking stupid. But I thought to myself, there's got to be some science behind this, and wouldn't you know it, the R technology sections gives a breakdown of just that very thing in the form of a handy graph. Oh my. Radiation source, non-coherent radiation, transformer, biological object, coherent radiation. That all makes sense. It's on a graph. It got to be true. If that wasn't enough, and I really hope it wasn't, there is a whole metric heap of garbage jargon which even appears to cite a source. The source is unfortunately a link to a definition of the term coherence on a Russian encyclopedia, but A for effort. Anyway, long story short, it's bullshit. It's a con. Holy God. Who would buy that? I mean, I guess people that watch Russel Brand, I guess that's how dumb they are, but man, he sure went full on with the grift. I almost admire it. He didn't like dip a toe in the water. He jumped fucking head first naked right into that grift pool, and good God bless him, man. I guess don't hate the player, hate the game, and that is my religious bullshit for this week. Yes, humans are fucking stupid. I literally pulled my eyebrow out. It's a white hair, y'all. I got a white hair on my eyebrow. That's what Russel Brand made me do. You see that, Russel Brand? You see what you made me do? Fuck you, Russel Brand. And all right, moving right along, folks. Already way longer to this show than I thought it would be. And we are only like halfway. Holy God. Holy God. Anyway, let's just fucking do it. Guess what's back? Trash world. It's a trash world. It's a dumpster fire and it's hellish. A trash world. Yeah, a trash world. You know what? Everything sucks. All the time. The trash world. La, 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 la. And I didn't know where else to put this one, but I wanted to show you guys. You guys remember this motherfucker? The guy that drove through the parade.
Oh my God. With the fucking parade. Huh? I'm stuck on the fucking freeways all over the place. They got it all blocked off. The Lloyd Center exit, the Convention Center exit, every motherfucking exit. You bum.
So then he went through the barricades and he drove through the parade and he cussed everybody out. And then as the cops were following, he just went back home and tried to pretend like nothing was going to happen to him. And yeah, he got 5 years. 5 years! Imagine being this fucking stupid. Getting 5 years in prison because of your road rage, because you didn't want to wait for the parade to be done. So enjoy prison, you fucking moron. Holy God. And depressing and weird as fuck. Rothma says, this is the way. Twitter used to have a bunch of women's and a couple dudes too, and there was a bunch of people, and then the billionaire fired everybody and hired nothing but men. This is the way. But Eshka, this is depressing and frankly weird as fuck to see being celebrated, to be honest. Yeah, and here's the thing. They lost 90% of their value. 90%. So yeah, they fired all the women, and they got all these butt kissers and Elon Musk, and they lost 90%. So maybe that's not the way. Maybe that's the way to bankruptcy. So stupid. And folks, did you guys hear about Liam Payne from One Direction committing suicide today? Yeah, apparently. One of the most famous boy band artists of all time jumped to his death today. Now, it might have been an accident, but it wasn't. He killed himself, I think, in my opinion. Not a big fan of One Direction, obviously, but probably the most famous boy band ever. They made so much money, and he was super fucking famous, so sad. Apparently, one of his ex-girlfriend recently came out with allegations of abuse, and he was taking shit about it, and so they said he was acting erratic before it happened, so, yeah, deleted, belly up. Liam Payne from One Direction. Sucks. And one more real quick. Folks, the Kasparian grift in full swing. People were bitching at me on the last show. Dusty, you were blaming the victim by saying she should call the cops because she got sexually assaulted. The fuck? That's not blaming the victim. Blaming the victim is like, oh, she deserved to get sexually assaulted because of what she was wearing. That's blaming the victim. saying, hey, if you got sexually assaulted, it'd be great if you called the cops so the guy don't sexually assault somebody else. That's not blaming the victim. That's just good advice. Anyway, it seems like the more to the right she runs, the more annoying she gets. I don't remember her being this annoying. But anyway, here she is bitching that she didn't cover the Hunter Biden laptop story more than she did. And then Jink has to point out to her they did actually cover it. She's just fucking lying because she's trying to jump head first in the right-wing grift and make that right-wing grift money. Watch this embarrassing bullshit from Anna.
Okay, look, I don't know how anyone else feels. I'm only speaking for myself. I regret not reporting on the Hunter Biden laptop story in 2020 because I, like everyone else, was a sucker and I fell for the lie that it was a Russian influence campaign and nothing.
Also, who gives a shit about it? He's Joe Biden's son. He's not in office. Why the fuck would you care? It's a boring ass story. And yeah, it sound like Russian propaganda, so there's no reason, to beat yourself up for thinking it might be, because it was very logical to think that, right? They were interfering in our fucking election. It seemed like a bullshit story, and also, who gives a fuck, right?
Nothing more than that, and you shouldn't draw any attention to it. Did anyone really think that the Hunter Biden laptop story was going to convince Biden supporters to stop supporting Biden?
No, then why do you worry about it?
Anna, you're remembering wrong. We did report on it.
Mm-hmm.
We had long conversations about whether it was real or not real, and Rudy Giuliani had dropped it off at the
We
place.
did report on it, right? But I guess...
And the guy that did found the laptop was blind, and we were kidding around about it.
We did. Thank you for mentioning that. I had actually forgotten about that. Okay.
That's convenient. I just forgot while I'm bitching about it. She didn't forget. She just didn't think you'd call her out for it. She's trying so hard. But hey, she said this, folks. And now her Patreon going to go up $1,000. That's how it works. And she's like, she's going to say, ooh, it went up. It went up. Ooh. Oh, so what else can I say? What else right-wing talking points can I say next time? Went up another $1,000. And next thing you know, she's full-blown Dave Rubin. This is how the fucking grift works. Selling out in real time before your eyes. Sucks. Gonna take the Young Turks down with her, in my opinion. Oh, little Miss Piper. How you doing, Piper? Little kitty cat. Hey, sweetie. So sweet. Thanks for joining me tonight. You gonna be my little star tonight? Hell yeah. Make everything better. I spend a lot of my time petting cats, and it's the only way I don't like freak out, y'all. Some people say I have anger issues, but fuck y'all. It's Anna, not Anna. What the fuck? What are you talking about? That's the same word. Anna? Is it Anna? I ain't saying that. Fuck that. It's Anna. I'm from the goddamn South. We don't fucking say Anna. Where you think you is, boy? So you're jealous of Hassan's money? I'm jealous of Hassan's money. Man, I'd be him in a second if I didn't have to look like him. If I could be handsome instead and just have his money, I'd do that in a fucking second. But nah, I wouldn't want to look like that. I'm angry. I know anger is the correct answer. Be nice, Dusty. I don't have to be nice. I'm being a little bit nice sometimes. It's all good. And Anya? What? I ain't fucking saying Anya. You guys out of your goddamn mind. Anna. It's fucking Anna. From here on out, learn to love it. And all right, folks. I wonder if I still have this on my beast. Surely I do. Where is it? Is it not on here? What? Why don't I have this on here? I had it on the other computer. Oh my God. I had some Karens. I'm just going to skip the Karens tonight, y'all. We're going to skip the Karens. I might do them Friday show. I'm going to get the graphic. We'll do them Friday. The Karens will save till Friday. Let's just go ahead and get depressed and do the Free Palestine. Oh no, I forgot. Zionists can lick my balls. Okay, I told myself I wasn't going to do that anymore. But anyway, it's fine. All right, first off, on Free Palestine, apparently the IOF completely demolished a village for no fucking reason because they're just evil and they want to destroy everything in Palestine and make sure they have nothing to come back to. So, yep, a whole village in one fell swoop. Blow the whole fucking place up. Everything you own gone. You can have nothing and you'll love it. So fucking crazy. And remember the last show, folks? I showed you the 19-year-old burning alive, the kid watching his dad burn alive, the Palestinians burning alive in the medical tent, hooked up to the IVs, can't get away, hooked up to the beds, can't get away, just burning, screaming in pain and agony. They asked Joe Biden's spokesperson about it. What do you think he said?
Thank you, Matt. One of the people the world saw burned alive by the bombing at the Gaza hospital was Shaban Al-Dalu, a 19-year-old engineering student who was still attached to an IV drip recovering from a previous bombing. And his story kind of speaks to how this isn't just about one attack. A 19-year-old having to provide for his family, repeatedly displaced, brought to hunger, bombed twice in a matter of days. This is a year, and this isn't out of nowhere. So how many more patients burned alive by U.S.
We don't want to see any. No, we don't want to see any.
Then why do you keep funding it and sending the bombs to do it?
Well, I guess the U.S. has said, again and again, that no civilian loss is acceptable. 10,000 deaths ago, 20,000 deaths ago, and yet it's continued. So how does this answer mean anything without a policy shift?
It is an incredibly difficult environment that Israel operates in. And I'll just make clear the thing that question leaves out, as often happens, and I understand why, is the burden that Hamas bears. And not just the burden that Hamas bears by hiding behind humans and using humans.
Literally what Israel does. Israel has all the military bases in civilian areas. They literally have Palestinian people that they send in to go check for mines or go open doors. I think it might be booby trapped, or they tie them to the fucking front of their vehicles like it's goddamn Mad Max or some shit. But they have no agency, folks. Israel can literally do anything, and it's always somebody else's fucking fault. No responsibility for the evil.
The civilian shield, but the burden that Hamas bears in not coming back to the table to try to get to a ceasefire. So Israel needs to do more to minimize civilian harm. Hamas needs to stop hiding behind human shields. Both of those things can be true. Both of those things are true. And ultimately,
we only hold one side accountable. And that's what's absolutely true. And it's like a SNL skit, folks. They're zombies. All they do is repeat the same thing over and over and over again. Tell me who owns these people. When Israel is accused of committing crimes, the U.S. asks it to investigate itself again and again and again.
We've asked the government of Israel to investigate.
The IDF should swiftly investigate what happened.
We urge Israel to thoroughly and transparently investigate reports of gross violations of human rights.
We support an IDF investigation.
We want to see this thoroughly and transparently investigated.
Israel must thoroughly, transparently investigate credible allegations
and ensure accountability for any abuses and violations.
Ensure any accountability for any abuses and violations.
That's all they say over and fucking over again.
No one should be shot and killed for attending a protest. No one should have to put their life at risk just for freely expressing their views. In our judgment, Israeli security forces need to make some fundamental changes in the way that they operate in the West Bank, including changes to their rules of engagement.
We've called for a complete, thorough, swift, and transparent investigation.
Apparently, it was an accident, ricocheted off the ground, and we've got hit by accident. We're working that out now.
Just pure evil. The Biden administration, pure evil. Democrats, not going to save you. And speaking of Democrats, stroke or ace, Senator John Fetterman, 100% in on Israel doing whatever kind of evil they want to do without any kind of responsibility whatsoever. They have no agency, folks. The Hill Post, AOC criticizes Biden administration over unrestrained Israeli government. And Senator John Fetterman says, this tragedy in Gaza is 100% on Hamas. Stop using civilians and hospitals as shields, surrender and release all remaining hostages, and this ends. The people that dropped the bombs have no responsibility. They can literally do anything and blame it on somebody else. This is how evil gets done and excused right before our fucking eyes by our government. And AOC slaps back. I don't know, man. I care about little kids dying. I care about human rights. I care that billions of US dollars worth of weapons are carrying out unspeakable atrocities. I care enough for us to do better. Hope this bleak dunk attempt gets you whatever it is you're going for. He just does not give a shit. What a soulless person. Lacks any kind of humanity or empathy whatsoever. I wonder if that happened in a stroke. I wonder if it brain damaged the part of his brain that gives you empathy. I don't know, but whatever it is, just a really evil human being, John Fetterman. And Asmongold trying to apologize, I guess, for his video he put out, basically saying he doesn't give a shit if the Palestinians are genocided because they are pieces of shit. And it's fine if they all die. And he's like, looking back at it, I was way too much of an asshole at the Palestine thing. My bad. Yeah, he's my badding genocide apology, folks. Crazy. Dude makes millions of dollars streaming. And speaking of making millions of dollars streaming, Quarter Pounder defending him. Streamer Asmongold banned and caused this woke meltdown boycott for dropping truth bomb. Yep, of course. Quarter poundering, supporting a genocide apology. The murder of children. We're literally seeing people burned alive before our eyes, and they're all saying it's good, I guess. And Johnny on the spot to defend Asmongold. Piece of shit destiny. Don't get me started. Also, Asmongold's main Twitter account got temporarily banned. I'm sure they'll bring him back. But the outrage by everybody caused Twitter to take action and actually ban him briefly. And that's why he came out with the apology. Because they seeing all that money go bye-bye. That's all he really cares about. So Destiny has a hilarious meltdown about it. Hurt Copain says, you can't my bad yourself out of being a genocide apologist, to which shit-stained Destiny, why not? Haven't you guys been doing it when making constant excuses for terrorists like Hamas, Hezbollah, and the Houthis for months? Oh, wait, never mind. You don't even say my bad. Just death to Israel and the Jews, laughing my ass off. I've never said anything about death to Israel or the Jews. I think Israel should be disbanded, but I don't think anybody should be killed. I think they should all seek asylum, including in America. We should take lots of Israelis in. But I do think Israel should be disbanded and the land given to the Palestinians, as reparations for the war crimes. Yeah. And I don't think I have to apologize for that. You should apologize, though, for cheerleading the genocide of the Palestinian people, for making excuses for it, for lying about it, for apologizing for it, for making money, blood money, off the backs of dead children, burning bodies. You should be ashamed of yourself. I know you're not, because whatever that is that makes you have empathy for your fellow human beings, gives you humanity, you don't have. The only thing you give a shit about is fucking money. But not all of us are like you giant fucking sack of shit. And then the average Destiny fan, I don't know if this is real, but I want to believe it is, therefore I do, got dumped over IP. Long story. This is on the Destiny subreddit or whatever. Long story short, she said that she hated America, and I got fucking triggered. Apparently, Israel has no right to self-defense, and she broke up with me over text because of it. I've had a few relationships, so I'm used to it, but fuck, I'm sad, bros. Yeah, learn to love it. You unfuckable cretins. Genocide is not self-defense. Stop apologizing for child murders and maybe you get laid. And not normal people, folks. Typical Zionist right here. We're going to settle in Lebanon. Gaza, everything will be settled. All the settlements will be Jewish. And the Arabs, with God's help, they will either work for us if they will act like good children, or we will throw them one by one into their countries. And you, together with them, I am not afraid that you are filming. On the contrary, I am proud of this. We are Jews, and the country is ours, the whole country, the whole world, they believe. And we should all be slaves to them. That's what Zionism is all about, folks. But don't worry, folks. Biden finally is laying his foot down. He put out this message to Israel. You got 30 days to clean up your act, Israel. Just 30 more days of genocide, Jack. And then after 30 days, if you don't stop the genocide, then we will write you another strongly worded letter, and then we'll send you another $50 or $60 billion. I'm sorry, Bibi. I'm sorry. I just had to do this to pretend like I'm a badass to Americans. Please forgive me, baby, please. Just so stupid. Secretary of State Blinken and Secretary of Defense Austin sent a letter on Monday to Israel demanding it take steps within 30 days to improve the humanitarian situation in Gaza in order to avoid consequences in the U.S. law for U.S. military aid to Israel. You guys ain't going to do fucking shit. If you ain't done shit by now, you're never going to do shit. I mean, right? What's it going to take? I agree with Hassan Abbey. There is no way to read this other than Biden being spiteful and throwing the election. We know he's an immoral genocider. He also seemingly hates Kamala enough to make sure she loses. If this timeline was overnight, they could force Israel to commit to ceasefire. If they just stop funding them, yeah, they could. If they stop telling the UN representatives to stop vetoing any responsibility they have, of course they could stop it. They don't give a shit. It's all gaslighting. You can see right through that shit. If Kamala loses, this is 100% why she'll lose, folks. And they don't give a fuck. They don't work for us. Their loyalty is not with America. It's with Israel. And shout out to this fucking hero who went to the weapons convention and got all up in Israel's ass.
Sir, we're looking for the baby.
Wish this was easier to turn up. There we go. Try it again.
Sir, we're looking for the baby killing technology. Do you know where he has the baby killer? Do you have the latest baby killing technology, sir? We're trying to shred babies. You guys have the baby shredding tech? Baby shredding tech. You have the baby shredding tech, man? Excuse me, guys. We're looking for the baby killing technology. Do you have it? Sir, baby killing tech. We want to shred babies to bits. Can you help us? Guys, we're looking for the baby killing technology. Is this we heard this is the baby killing section? Yeah. You have the baby shredding. They shred babies up to pieces.
Hilarious.
Sir, do you shred babies?
Living gold.
I don't want to be on video. I don't care
Fuck
what you want, sir.
Yeah, the babies don't be killed either. Fuck what you want. Fuck your feelings. Learn to love it, bitch. We're resisting. And finish with this one, folks. Big shout out to whoever hacked these billboards. This one says, fuck Israel, paid by Mr. Beast LLC, but it wasn't. They were hacked, folks. They were hacked. Fuck Israel, paid by Mr. Beast. Pretty funny, though. I support this message. And that's my Free Palestine for tonight. Fire, yep. Good prank. Solid prank. What is this event he's at? Some kind of weapons manufacturing convention. Yeah, Turk 182. Who flew? Who knew? I got that reference. I'm old as fuck. And all right, folks, last chance to get your super chats in. One more section. As always, I'm going to finish you guys off with a happy ending. Beyond Parody! And first off, all tonight's Beyond Parody. Apparently over in Australia, one of their subways flooded because of a sprinkler malfunction, but it turned out...
Initial reports were that it was an act of vandalism. I've been advised that Metro have reviewed the CCTV footage. It would appear that an amorous couple in a stairwell dislodged the sprinkler.
They were fucking in the stairwell, y'all.
To confirm that element. Yes. Where was that at Flagstaff Station?
No, Melbourne Central Station in a stairwell late at night. Police are investigating. Wow.
And in terms of what the disruption caused by it, do you have any advice on how immense that was?
Well, there was extensive flooding.
I genuinely didn't think this was going there. And what day was this?
Thursday night. Late.
It was super wet. I wonder why. And can't get more Beyond Parody than this motherfucker. I guess he bought the hype about the Cybertruck being bulletproof, even though we know it's not. Like your fucking refrigerator isn't, you goddamn idiot. So then he takes his gun and he shoots his Cybertruck. Even if you did think it was bulletproof, haven't you ever heard of ricochets? You want to die? This is how you fucking die. Yep. Just shot a hole through his $140,000 Cybertruck. And then the super genius, who's not worried about ricochets or gun safety anyway, throws the gun on the ground, which is another great way to die. Yeah, that's a great way. It hit on the ground and it turned towards them. That's exactly how people die. These people are so fucking stupid. Not everybody should be allowed to own a gun, I'm sorry. You should have to go through some kind of gun safety course, and you should have to do it like every year at least to prove you know what the fuck you're doing. And then a bunch of clip from the good liars. I'm starting to think conservatives are not very consistent.
Got a free sign here. Trump won the 2020 election.
You think Donald Trump won the 2020 election?
He always wins.
Yes?
He always wins.
All right, you're going to like this sign here. Donald Trump won the 2020 election. You can have that.
Oh, yes.
Yeah.
The other side says Donald Trump lost the 2020 election by a whisker. Because he says that too.
Other side says Donald Trump lost the 2020 election by a whisker. Because he also says that.
Yes.
Because Donald Trump says both things.
Yeah.
So whichever one he says, you hold up the sign for.
Okay.
Okay?
Wait,
If he changes it up and there's a third saying today.
what do you think the third one could be?
The third one is the runaway Trump train.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Too big to raise.
You can't really have a
Dregs of humanity. God, they're just the lowest.
three-sided sign.
If Trump says, I won the 2020 election, hold up this side.
Right.
And if he says, I lost the 2020 election by a whisker, you hold up that side.
Awesome.
Okay.
I
Now,
got it.
should be noted that those are in conflict with one another, those two thoughts.
Right.
But just go along with it. It'll make them feel good. Got a free sign here.
And they will. They don't give a shit. They're not there for a logical reason. They're just there because of the cult. And that.
Who agrees with Donald Trump that he won the 2020 election? Who agrees with Donald Trump that he lost the 2020 election by a whisker? Okay, so there you have it.
So they don't always agree with Trump. Only sometimes. And man, they're all in lockstep, aren't they? He's the victim. Whiny crybaby losers. And let's do Mark Robinson. 2 truths and a lie.
This is 2 truths and a lie about Mark Robinson. You have to tell us which one you think the lie is. Mark Robinson has stated that his favorite historical photo is of Hitler and Mussolini. Mark Robinson has declared bankruptcy 3 times. Mark Robinson has not declared bankruptcy 3 times. Which one do you think is the
Brain
lie?
dead.
One.
One? So you think that he declared bankruptcy 3 times and he did not declare bankruptcy 3 times? Are the 2 truths?
You have those 2 together because they cancel out.
Yeah, then why did you choose them? You fucking
Yeah,
idiots.
so he did declare bankruptcy 3 times, and he did state that his favorite historical photo is of Hitler and Mussolini.
Okay. Okay. What can we say?
We don't give a shit. He could murder my sister right here in front of us and we'd still vote for him. We don't give a fuck. There is nothing going on in our heads at all. And did you guys hear about how trans people got owned? We got owned. We got not just trans, all of us. All, woke people, we all got owned by this former Bachelor star. So what he did, y'all, to own us. He dressed up in a dress to own us. Oh my God, I've never been so owned. And then he pretended to be transgender as a social experiment to expose how gullible and delusional the left is. That's right, he pretended to be trans online for 6 months, and liberals left kind comments, and conservatives left cruel comments. Owned! Owned, yep. Basically, I lied to people, and they were nice to me. Those pieces of shit, those absolute bastards. Yeah, how horrible are we for being nice to you and supporting you for whatever you want to fucking do? Oh my God, we should be put to death for being empathetic and nice. So owned. And one more on Beyond Parody, folks, and holy shit. I almost feel sorry for Charlie Kirk. I can't believe I'm saying this. Imagine living in a world where your masculinity is so fragile that when they make fun of you on your YouTube page because you're wearing earplugs at the football game, you have to Photoshop yourself not wearing them, which he did. He posted Charlie Kirk, go Ducks, with earplugs in, and everybody shit on him. Everybody told him he was a beta male for needing earplugs. So then he posted on his Instagram, and he Photoshopped the fucking earplugs out. Imagine living like this under the microscope that everything you do has to be ultra masculine. It's got to be a certain type of masculinity that fits the mold of chuds. Just good God, they're so sad and pathetic. Literally fucking beyond parody. And that's my Beyond Parody. We got one hero. Let's go ahead and play the heroes theme. We could be heroes just for one day. And big shout out to this absolute fucking queen. Masterclass in satire in Springfield, Ohio.
I was born in Springfield.
I gotta be louder than that. Let's turn all that shit up so we can hear this queen go off.
I was born in Springfield and I've lived here most of my life. I can't believe these Haitian immigrants would come here and fill jobs that local Springfield residents would not or could not do. And now they've raised the average city wage for both Springfield and Clark County. They're paying income tax to the city that the city desperately needs for services. They're making some of the local losers look bad by their example. It's unbelievable. The Haitian immigrants are working overtime to save up money to buy up all the dilapidated, condemned, and boarded up homes in Springfield, then fixing those houses up to make them livable again. This is raising property values across the city and county to the point where the valuation of all real estate in the city surpassed $1 billion last year for the first time ever. This in turn increases the property taxes paid to Clark County for those homes that are now no longer boarded up nuisances. I can't believe they're helping to fund our government and beautify our neighborhoods. These Haitian immigrants are now spending money in our community to where new restaurants and retail spaces keep opening up across the city. What absolute madness. Now we have new businesses in town generating more tax revenue for our city and county. I have a good paying job with great benefits, but because I have main character syndrome and the entire world should revolve around me, I want the exorbitant benefits that some of these Haitian immigrants get, which is $292 per SNAP, aka food stamps, and $363 in cash per month for a single adult. Everyone knows that $655 per month lets you live like a millionaire in Springfield. I don't need it, but I want it before anyone else, because why should we help folks who have legally come to our country, but they have to wait for their work permit so they don't starve? Feeding the hungry in our community? This is lunacy.
Yeah, I dare them come over here and make our town better. I know it's supposed to be how dare them, but no, I say I dare them. How dare them is a question. I dare you is a threat. Love her though, fucking awesome. That's how you do that shit. Amazing. And that's my show tonight, folks. We're still going to after party though. I might load up some new world. I have to do all this shit first. We'll see. Short after party tonight, but we did it! Another episode of Wednesday in the fucking book. So thank you guys for joining me. If you bail out, could you consider please hitting the like button and leaving a comment? That would be swell. Leave a comment like on the replay. Don't leave a comment right now on the chat. The chat doesn't count. Replay comments are what counts. Like the real comment. And also subscribe, spread the videos. Most importantly, please join my Patreon. Help me out. Check the link in the description of the video. And go to our Patreon. And you also get tickets to the after party happening right now after the show. So do it to it. And Birdie Bird, $10. Empathy and kindness for the win. Yep, there's too little in the world, that's for sure. But you got it, Birdie Bird. I appreciate you. Agent Orange, what up, Agent? For the fur babies. Hell yeah, you rock, Agent. Gonna rub you all over my body. You know, you're the chemical, never mind. Little Mimi, $20, 20 on my 20X. Hell yeah, little Mimi. How you doing? Love me some Mimi. Appreciate you joining me tonight. Isaiah Taylor. Just got paid, Dusty. Do you think Christians supporting this genocide against brown Muslims will be the nail in the coffin for religion in America? I don't know. I think Trump will be the nail in the coffin for fucking everything in America if it keeps going the way it is. But we'll see what happens. Definitely a depressing time we're living. And it's so cringe. Being more makes you dumber. Yeah. Making more money. Trying to grift. It's a damn shame, Anna. What you doing, girl? Ark, $10. Thank you, Ark. Appreciate you. You arced into my heart. And L-Train, hell yeah, 5. Got them 5 tickets. That's the way you do it. If you got a ticket, show up at tonight's after party. Check the membership section of YouTube and give L-Train your love. Swaggering, the Pharaohs are wondering if Russel Brand's amulets will guard against raccoons stealing their food. Hey, can't hurt to try. Actually, it could. It hurts your bank account. As always, they send their regards. As always, scritches to the cat. You rock, or to the Pharaohs, you rock, Swaggering. Magical amulets, and this is why you don't eat paint chips and sniff glue. Yeah, if you buy it at least. If you sell it, it's just part of the grift. He's getting rewarded for doing that, so I guess it's not that dumb for him. Ark, 1 ticket, and Jupe, 5. Hell yeah. If you got one, Give Jupe an arc and your love. Appreciate you, Jupe. Appreciate you, arc. Cruz is so far back in the closet, it's fucking Narnia. Yep. Talking about having beards. He got 2. Shit crashed, yo. My shit crashed. All right, let's see. Scroll up. Where was I? I was at Jupe. Sue Fairy Dust B. Crew, I already read that. Ark, another ticket. Hell yeah, Ark. Appreciate you, rock. Destiny Cosplay said, I already read that. And Agent Orange will send nice super on Friday. Hell yeah, appreciate you. You are amazing, Agent Orange. Love everything about you. And all right, folks, let me just play a random song. I don't even know what this is going to be. I'm just going to click on anything. Whatever I saved. Let's see. Oh, this is in honor of the dude from the boy band that offed himself. Let me go ahead and switch over to that there, and let's get the kitty party going first. I hid the treats over here. I hid them under the blanket. Yeah, I hid them. Haha, so you can't get them and throw them all over the fucking floor. Folks, I'm going to be back probably. I got to go out of town tomorrow, but probably on Friday, day after tomorrow. So be sure to put it on your calendar and join me on the world's greatest show. This is my boy band. When you look at me, I turn away. This is Crush. Can't think of the right words. I wrote this, y'all. The sight of you just makes me blush. 'Cause you're my secret. Crush, 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 crush. Baby, all I do is dream of your touch. I never wanted anything this much. I'm good at keeping secrets, but this time I'd rather leakage, yeah. The sight of you just makes me blush. Crush, 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 crush. That's it, folks! Switch over now! Good night, everybody. Welcome to That's My Sticker Noodle. Spam the channel, the penalty. And thank you, MJ, at the buzzer. You rock. Love you. Good night.